Welcome back to another edition of Preventing Sunday Scaries. I'm Dr. Ernst. Glad to see you here today. So before we get into this here, let's make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. This way, every time we put one of these out, you'll always get it. So I appreciate that. It means a lot. So every week, we are tackling one thing that will make your business better. So recently, I just came off a cruise from Virgin Voyages. And actually, I still have my wife's shirt here. This was her 50th birthday. So it was fantastic. The customer service was off the charts. They gave me these little wristbands, and you didn't even have to bring anything you wanted. You just click this here. So it got me thinking about dental offices, right? Gosh, am I a nerd? I'm thinking about dental offices when I think about a great cruise. So it made me think about dental offices, and it made me think about competition. So I think that we make big mistakes when dentistry is talked about, when we think about competition. Because in our dentist's mind, we usually think, oh, the office up the street, I think they have a nicer office than me. The office up the street, I think they maybe answer the phones like more hours than we do, right? Let me tell you something. In 2026, our patients are not comparing your office to other dental offices. They are comparing you to exceptional companies that we're used to doing business with. An Amazon, a Virgin Voyages, a Chick-fil-A, right? So we need to set the standard to try to make life easier for our patients to do business with us. So here's the exercise that I want to do. I want us to try to eliminate any source of friction that makes it harder to do business with us. So let's think of a few things. I mean, Amazon. How spoiled are we now that we have Amazon? I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and I wanted to buy something. I think I needed a new mouse or something like that for my laptop. And I go searching, and one of the things I'm looking for is I want it delivered today. I want it today. My expectation is I want it today. If you go back like 10 years from now, 5 years ago, that's crazy, but that's the expectation. It's easy. I click the button. They've already got my credit card information. And literally an hour, 2, 3 hours later, I've got that thing sitting right there. I didn't have to go anywhere. So let's do an exercise where we're going to go through our business. Maybe in the beginning of the day, you go in your practice parking lot, walk through the office, see what the systems are, as how people come in, how they interact with you, how they pay. What friction can we eliminate? And let's just go through a few things, right? Number one, make it easy, right? So we already talked about it. Amazon, gosh, Amazon makes things so easy for us. Are you doing things in your business that makes it harder for people to interact with you? Are we having them fill out 5 pages of paperwork? Are we not having times when we can, hey, you call us, we'll get back to you? Right? People want things now. Henry wanted that mouse now. So let's kind of try to make our business anything that we can eliminate on making it easy, right? Calling, answering phones, getting appointments, or do you have online scheduling, right? That is something that's an expectation. And if you can do that, that will make you easier to do business with. Now, number 2, speed matters, right? I wanted that mouse now. So do we offer same-day emergencies in our office? Do we have easy speed to, get appointments? Are there bottlenecks in our office? Like, let's get rid of the bottlenecks. Even if you do one thing that makes it easier to do business with, right? Maybe look at this through the eyes of these exceptional companies. Is this answering phones system that we have acceptable for Virgin Voyages? Is it acceptable for Amazon or Chick-fil-A, right? I'm just amazed that when I go to Chick-fil-A, they train 16-year-old kids to say, my pleasure, and this and that. The customer service is great. So again, let's try to set ourselves not against the dentist office up the street, but these exceptional companies that all of us are so used to working with every single day, right? So number 3, anticipate your customers' needs, right? Anticipate. So when I went on the cruise, let's give an example. My hesitation is, oh man, we're going to have to go through these lines and you need your passport and you're going to have to do this and do that. Literally, we got out of the car, out of the Uber, and they said, we were in the Rockstar area, and they said, oh, the door's right there. You entered through the door, you took your picture, and that was it. We did everything ahead of time. They eliminated friction. So what can you do to anticipate what the client or the patient's going to need? Are they cold? Do I have blankets readily available? Are we going to be doing long procedures? Do I have lip balm that's available? Right? Gosh, is our office running behind today? I've got a gift card ready to go. I'm sorry. Right? The average office reacts. Great businesses anticipate. Right? Let's anticipate what the needs and let's go out of the way. Right? So we create memorable experiences. Another example, I was one night, they give you these carafes of water and sparkling water in your cabin every night. And I wanted some extra water. So I just stood outside and there was a guy right outside the door that says, oh, Mr. Henry, would you like some water? I will get it for you. That is just exceptional, right? It wasn't expected, but that's exceptional, right? Number 4, don't make your customers deal with your problems. What do I mean by that? Right? We shouldn't have our clients, our patients have to get into our weeds. What do I mean by that? So, oh, I'm so sorry. We're understaffed today. I'm so sorry. The person that does this is not here today. Right? Why, as a patient or a client, am I having to be involved with your problems? Right? Make it happen. Right? The patient doesn't care about your organizational chart. The patient or the client just wants things to be easy, right? I think Staples has those commercials now where they have an easy button, right? Let's make things easy. Let's not have our problems become the patient's problems. And I understand there is an issue nowadays of team members and employees, and there's lots of things that we can do, for example, to use virtual assistants and stuff like that. So the patient facing, the people in front of the patients, those need to be the number one thing. So like I said, as we're going through this, evaluate your own practice. What can I do? Can I do one thing? Can I do 2 things to eliminate sources of friction, right? Last one, number 5, create memories that patients remember. Unfortunately, dentistry usually leads itself to not so great memorable memories, right? Your patients aren't going to run home and say, oh my gosh, that margin on that crown, look at that margin. It is perfect, right? But what are some things they will remember? You know what? The doctor called me after my treatment. You know what? When we started our work, the doctor knew in the office, they knew my favorite music and they had my favorite Guns N' Roses music playing or something like that, right? The doctor gave me a handwritten note after everything was done. Those are memorable moments that they will never forget, and they will have loyalty and they will tell other people. So, like I said, going on this little trip that I went on was a great reminder of how great companies are great to deal with, but they also raise the bar on what everybody in society, what their expectations are. So go through your business, go through your practice, see every system, every interaction. Is this something that Amazon would say this is okay? Is this something that Chick-fil-A would say okay? Is this something Virgin Voyages would say it was okay? And if it's not, change it. And don't be overwhelmed. Change 1 or 2 things. Make the interaction easier for people to do business with you. It will go very, very far. So if you like what you're hearing, if you want your office to also be like Amazon or Virgin Voyages, right? Call us. Set up a consultation call, right? dentalpracticeheroes.com, click call, schedule a call. We're here. We can talk about things here. My job is to give you less Sunday scaries, less things to worry about. So for everybody that's listening, thank you very much. Have a great week and let's go get it.